Hello. Please come in. Take a seat. Yes, I can see it in your eyes that you're having some love problems, am I right? Well, darling, I've been doing this all my life. There is absolutely no reason for you to trust me, of course, but every reason to give me a chance. This card fell. I think it's quite poignant. Ace of arrows. A sword stabbing right, well, an arrow really, with a pointed heart tip falling right down from the sky with a crown in the center. I think this is trying to tell you about the direction that you're taking right now, plunging into the earth. Icarus reincarnate, thunderbolt in the sky. Have I convinced you? Let's begin, shall we? Considering the nature of your queries, this love-themed deck might be most suitable. The Lover's Path Tarot, it's called. Is there a particular question you come bearing? Oh yes, I can sense that from you, but I'm not really a mind reader, so the more information the better, don't you think? Well, let me spread this out for you then, and why don't you pick 3 cards, and I'll tell you a little bit about your past, and you can tell me whether or not I'm right. How's that? Very good. The Prince of Cups. Tristan. Doesn't he look so charming? Smoldering even. Tristan appears to be a figure that you've had in your past, but let's continue. I'd like to draw another card. Another in the Cups suite. Now the 7 of Cups. This appears to be perhaps you in the past. And do you see the ghost of a lover sitting right next to you, haunting you? All the different things inside the cups. You have a snake. You have fruits. You have candles, a castle, a house, a skull. And now for the last one. This one? The 6 of Coins. Yes, look at her expression. I can't really tell if she's pleased or just simply out of it, don't you think? And there's someone there either bringing coins or taking them away. So let's have a little bit of a assessment of your past, shall we? Prince of Cups, Tristan. As I've told you, what do you feel when you look at this card, this man? Standing under the moonlight. This card represents inspiration, grace, pleasure, artistry. A young man who represents all of these things. Grace and talent, making dreams into a reality. Perhaps you've had a lover in your past who's quite the aspirational guy, and maybe he inspired you to make a change in your life, and perhaps you've been looking for a love like that ever since. But the Prince of Cups, he's about making dreams into reality, right? But perhaps he's a bit focused on his own dreams, his own realities, and for you to accept a love like that, you need to realize that you will never be on the top of that list of dreams. So unless you're ready to accept that, you need to move on from that mindset and from Tristan. Did I get that quite right? Or so you say. Or so you say. Then we have the Seven of Cups, a representation of you, perhaps. This stands for choices, indecision, fantasy, a man, the ghost of a man embracing you. But you're so aloof, so disengaged, and on your mind are these 7 cups, your Sylvia Plath and the olive tree. You're thinking about all the different possibilities, all of the opportunities that the future might bring. Daydreams, really. A decision must be made for you to move forward. You cannot indulge in the what-ifs. In fact, perhaps you should be doing what the Prince of Cups is doing, making dreams into realities. And perhaps that's why you want to go back to him. A decisive man, ambitious, inspiring. But yet you found yourself overindulging in fantasies. You must have had a lot of suitors, am I right? Humble. It is not a bad thing for a little bit of humility, but you need to be honest with yourself if you wish to move on from this void that you've found yourself stuck in. Don't you think? Nothing changes if nothing changes. The 6 of Coins. The 6 of Coins. This represents generosity, but on the flip side, it could be overly nurturing. Your maternal instincts have shown through. Now, you're trusting in the prosperity of the universe, helping others who are less fortunate. It's very charitable of you, but there's a sense of idleness. You have been focusing on giving, just sitting there and giving, but they are not giving back. You are not being satisfied. You are not being appreciated. You are giving back, and perhaps that is very noble of you, but it is time for you to take ownership and autonomy. So what do you think? Did I do a good assessment of your romantic past? Oh, you find it to be too generic? And still you'd like to, how should we say, find out more about the future, yes? Of course. Let's do it a little different this time. I want you to set your intentions on this deck. Be sincere. Tell the cards what exactly it is that you want to know. Good. Now I will shuffle the cards. Sorry. And let whatever cards that flip over be a representation of what's to come. Advice from the stars and your angels above. Guinevere, Arthur and Guinevere. Or is it Jennifer? Major Arcana 4. Power. You can look at the power that they exude, this power couple with furs and this look directly at us. This sense of calm. Keep that in mind as we uncover the next cards. Patient, let the cards reveal themselves to you. Of course, I am but a messenger. Let me pick that up. Here we have the Six of Cups. A couple running away. 6 cups on the floor filled with beautiful flowers as they escape into the woods. The 10 of Staves, reversed. The Sun. Interesting. Let me refer to the guidebook. So, the 4th major arcana, in traditional decks, this would be the Emperor. This card, as you can tell from the way that they are depicted, represents responsibility, authority, leadership. Do you know of the legend of Arthur and his queen? Just briefly. Yes, King Arthur, that's right. Well, Guinevere loved Lancelot, not Arthur. Well, Merlin warned Arthur that another woman would bring him more joy, but his heart was set. You might see this as a very tragic story, but it's more about taking charge of your romantic destiny. Try not to complicate it too much with the story of the legend, really, of King Arthur and Guinevere. Think it more to be a sense of control. Don't let a relationship happen to you as it did with Jennifer here, but be Arthur. Take charge. the Six of Cups. Now, we have had quite a number of cards in the cup suit show up. I think it speaks to the filling, the sense of filling that you... Sorry about the noise, but the sense of filling that you've been looking for your whole life. This represents a sense of peace and innocence. There's something childlike about this card. It's about shedding those sad thoughts about your childhood and rather reconnecting with the glee, the ability to create sweetness within the home. That's something that you want, and perhaps you've denied that, but maybe something happened in your childhood, or perhaps it just feels too nostalgic. But it's about incorporating what's happened to you in the past and accepting that into the future, approaching it with a sense of sweetness and innocence and trust. And now we have the Ten of Staves reversed. So let me tell you about the Ten of Staves upright first. When it's upright, it represents the culmination or accumulation, of the creative venture, of your creative venture, sort of realization. But when it's reversed, it kind of represents overwhelm, a sense of burden for all your responsibilities. So I think you're someone who tends to want to approach things alone, not letting the other person in. I could be wrong, but if you go down this path, you're going to end up feeling burdened by the results of your efforts. It's going to feel like germination. It's going to feel like your seeds are growing, but soon enough you'll feel burdened. I think it speaks to your past, the Seven of Cups, where you daydream about all these different opportunities and yet you don't take authority. You're running from your past, and unfortunately it's gonna start feeling like a burden. So you need to let people in. You need to let go. Very generic words of wisdom for you. Perhaps it is the generic words of wisdom that you need and seek right now. So what do you think? Do you think I got you on the nose with that one? Okay. Well, I mainly take donations, so whatever you feel this was worth, you can drop it into the bowl over there, and if you have specific questions in the future, you know where you can find me. Spells? I mean, if you believe in them, then of course I can do spells. But know that spells don't work if you don't believe. It is more of a unlocking of potential and purpose, not a external force. Alright then. Thank you for coming in. I believe I will see you again.